Okay, so since we just went through a pandemic Labor Day weekend, um, I thought it might be time for another little restaurant owner industry PSA. I swear I'm not taping this in the basement to be overly dramatic. Our electricity has gone out and it's not super cute down here. But it does kind of work out that way. But upstairs, they're loading food truck stuff and they're not being quiet. So we're down here in the basement um, looking at our life. And in in the beginning of the pandemic, I said in several videos that I was looking forward to no Yelp reviews, and I was quoted in Chronogram magazine as saying that the restaurant industry is over, and then I was referred to as a pessimist. I prefer to think of myself as a realist, and honestly, I meant that. I still mean that. I'm more confused every day by people not understanding what's happening with industries. I understand the desire to go back to normal, but when I said that the restaurant industry was over, I meant it to be in a positive fashion and was very, and still am, hopeful for actual change and an industry that has health care and livable wages for their workers, which is something that I'm still working towards. And I just want to, not even just for my staff, but to the community in general, stand by my pledge that I will close this business before I go back to the way things were before. I no longer want to live trying to be tip dependent. I don't want my staff to have to. I appreciate the 5 of you who are still tipping so much. I also understand the people that aren't. You're not getting service. So part of that, part of what the tip money is for a service that you are no longer witnessing. The services, the work that I do still exists threefold, but it shouldn't be your responsibility to pay me for that. It should be your responsibility to pay me for part of it and the food cost and things like that. But yeah, so the tip thing, I wish that we could be in a place where the industry overall, Danny Meyer had started it a while ago, could go to that. I understand that it's not a workable situation for everyone, and I am only speaking for myself. And I think it's also really important that everybody understand that everyone's situation is really, really, really different right now. And it's not a great day when I'm the one telling people to be patient and kind. I also didn't realize how many people needed to hear that. Be patient and kind. You have no idea what somebody is going through, and vice versa, and we should all just chill. I can't believe how many Yelp reviews that I've seen over the last weekend, especially for businesses uptown. My heart to y'all. Over here in the Midtown, people don't expect too much to begin with. But yeah, like, I don't know how it has gotten past people that restaurants are closing left and right. The music industry is in such turmoil, and you want to whine about having to wear a mask and that you can't come inside my restaurant? Are you kidding me? I'm so shocked by those types of people, and I shouldn't be. And I guess I have like a weird naive streak that I'm gonna hang on to. Food system wise, I've also seen a lot of people complaining about things being more expensive now, just across the board, and being a person, which I've also been complaining about it. I urge you to question everything and to vote a lot and to pay attention to important things instead of more unimportant things. You get what you pay for is a thing for a reason. Also, things have gone up. Gloves, when you can even get them, which I have to have them, because some of us are still operating under Department of Health and Food Safety regulations that you may not know do not exist anymore. I can technically give you a tumor-ridden chicken that I bought for 50 cents from who knows where, And that's legal now, which is terrifying to me because I thought, again, this was going to go in the opposite direction. Yo, come on. Can I not film anywhere? But yeah, turns out it went the opposite direction, which yeah, our president was like, you know what, just like make sure you save Taco Bell and McDonald's. So again, yeah, you're gonna get a $1 burger there and you're gonna get a $10 burger here, because I went to Kilcoyne Farms down the street and got one cow and ground it up and seasoned it and took really good care of it with gloves on, that I used to pay $66 for a case of 10 boxes, and now on a good day I pay $140 for a box of food safe gloves for my staff and I to use. So I don't want that to be your problem, but it's definitely a problem, and it's not something that I can control. So, you know, I'm not going to be one of the restaurants that's just like, who cares? It's just not my style. If I had wanted to be in an industry that made a lot of money, I would have gone into a different one. I also am pretty serious about food safety still, and that's another thing that I'm not willing to budge on. I appreciate everybody who understands and is trying to learn what's going on. And, you know, chips and salsa were never free. When did you ever go into your kitchen and sit down and let me know when something free arrives? Yes, you have to pay for water now. It's the same thing where it should have been that way before. I just really, if we all stick together, I keep saying this, if we all stick together and are patient and kind with each other and work against all of the systems that are designed to make us fight and designed to make us fail, then we really, really, really can make actual significant change. And I think that so many of the protests and movements lately have shown that everybody is ready. And I know that the government is forcing everybody to try and go back to being normal and to quit paying attention to all of this stuff, and it's exhausting, and I understand the desire to quit, and I'm just asking you not to quit. Take days off. I take all kinds of days off. I post a waterfall like every week. I have a breakdown and I go out into the forest and I stare at water, or if I'm tired I stare at a squirrel in my house. Okay, I'm gonna go on another rant about health in a different video. But restaurant PSA wise, and you know, I would like for people in other industries to also do this, because I want to know what's going on with you, especially music. Like, what in the fresh hell are y'all supposed to do right now? Yeah, I don't know. And I always want to try and wait until days that I've slept to do this, and it never works out. So I just like painted it to look like I was awake. And you know, you don't get to wear lipstick and masks. This is a dumb story. The point of the story is, if something is expensive or inexpensive, question that, question everything, stay on top of it. And I also just, I really, really like cannot express how thankful I am to everyone who has continued to support my business, my staff, and our beliefs and quality during this time. We're doing everything we can to keep you fed and safe at a really affordable rate, and I will be completely transparent with anybody about anything. Alternately, I have a wholesale account, so if I'm trying to set up our online store so that you can get in on that too, because food should be something that everybody can get, and that everybody can get in good quality. And that's my goal for the year. Yeah, this is so long. It's so long. Maybe I'll make a shorter one. You guys.